Welcome back to Shem's Universe. So today, guys, we're going to go over how to actually cast spells and rituals. So people usually, since the olden times, have been casting spells, doing rituals and so forth. There's been witchcraft, black magic, voodoo, whatever you want to call it. For eons, for years, it's just been going on and on and on, and people have been figuring out the best ways to do it, to manifest things that they want from life. But the thing is, they've been using astronumerics as part of their formula the whole time. That's why, like, anybody you meet that does voodoo will ask you your birthday. They'll want to know the birthday of the person you want to do black magic on, all this stuff, right? Because they're going to want to know certain information about them to determine what sort of magic they're going to have to use on them, because there are certain entities that can attach to certain things. There's entities attached to wealth. There's entities attached to fame. There's entities attached to love and relationships and lust. There's entities attached to loss and war and upheaval and revolutions. There's entities attached to every single emotion, because it's energy and motion. So if you know how to translate those energies and then put it to manifesting what you want, that's very good. We do it ourselves when we do our own form of magic by manifesting, by using our thought, word, and action. We manifest via karma. But there's also entities, external sources you can ask to bring you things even faster. Now, is it a good thing? In my opinion, no. I think you should use your own magic, but a lot of people are very much interested in these rituals. It's been my number one, I guess, seller this year. And a lot of people are giving me a lot of good feedback on it, which is what's interesting to me. So it definitely does work, but I'll give you guys some advice on, let's say if you already know magic, you already have your own rituals in mind. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of pointers on how to actually manifest using the magic you already know. So let's say maybe you have some like magic book passed down your family, or somebody you know already does certain things. Here's how you actually can have a foundation to make sure that you can actually use the spells or whatever ritual that you learn and actually make it work for you. The key is this. Let me start off. There's certain numbered days that are better to do rituals than any others. The most spiritual numbers are 7, 9, and master numbers. So understanding that fully and completely, you then know that the 7th, 16th, and 25th of any month is really good to do rituals and then also cast spells. The 9th, 18th, and 27th is equally as good. And the 11th and 22nd are the most potent and powerful. So understanding that more thoroughly, on 7th, 16th, 25th, you can do things that can cast spells to incur other people's loss. You can put on protection spells on that day. Manifesting wealth on the 7 days isn't the best. I would say it's more so a day of just spiritual protection overall. In a day that you shouldn't go for the love or material wealth, but more so just protection, and if you want to do something offensive to other people. Now, if you're looking to accumulate more so wealth, you can cast spells or do rituals that equate to the 9th, 18th, or 27th of any given month. Now, at those times, you can do things to do with like war and upheaval as well. So definitely Mangala rituals work very well on those days. You can also do money rituals on the 18th very specifically. That's going to work very well for you because 1 and 8. So if you're doing a wealth ritual or doing a spell or some sort of black magic for yourself, that's going to work very well on the 18th. And then the 27th is just very good for like spiritual guardianship again. The 11th and 22nd is where things get the most interesting because you can do anything, all of the above. Everything I've listed so far you can do on the 11th or 22nd, and then God forbid they fall on a full moon or a new moon, it's over with. So if you can do protection rituals, love rituals, rituals to damage other people, rituals to protect yourself, all of it. Wealth rituals are extremely good on the 11th and the 22nd. They're both equally as good for it. So it's really a powerful day, and people that got my rituals, they'll notice that I've advised the 22nd a lot, depending on what ritual you've gotten from me and what your numbers are, of course. There's still different things that can differentiate this a bit, meaning like your birth and life path number can differentiate it, and depending on the situation, what exactly you're trying to transmute or manifest. But overall, if you do these things on the right set of days, the chances of them working is a lot higher in comparison to just knowing a spell or a ritual and then not knowing the timing to do it. Because everybody that's bought like a wealth ritual, protection ritual, war or love, whatever they buy from me, I always tell them, you have to know the timing. The timing is the most important thing. You can even just be thinking about something on a specific day, but because it's the right day with your birth number, life path number contrast, it just works a lot easier in comparison to if you don't know the right days to do certain things. So timing is everything in my opinion when it comes to rituals and spells and black magic as a whole. Like once you know that, The rest is like literally a cakewalk. It's very, very easy. The last two to go over is the full moons, the new moons. I've went over this on other ones as well, but this is also important to know. And then also sunrises and sunsets is interesting to know as well. For full moons, if you want to make somebody else incur loss or debt, lose money, you want to do that on a full moon, you can cast different black magic on them for that. If you want to make gains for yourself materially, new moons are obviously going to be the best for that, for planting certain seeds and waiting for the 28-day cycle to go to then see it transmute for yourself. Obviously, you have to be realistic and you have to be sacrificing something. I always advise people to sacrifice on the full moon so that on the new moon they can actually just ask for what they want and get that lunar energy to make it happen. There's also daily like rituals and things that you can do when it comes to like when the sun actually rises wherever you are. If you can Google the exact time, that's very, very important, because if you can do certain things by giving back to the sun on certain days, that also is going to give you a lot of extra potency and power. And also, if you Google the exact time of the full and the new moon, sometimes it can be very annoying. You have to get up at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever, and get up for that new moon. But if you can actually do the correct ritual or spell, whatever it is that's in your ideology to use, at the exact time of the new moon, that's going to make it transpire a lot quicker in comparison to just saying, oh, today's the new moon, or oh, today's the full moon, and let me just do this when I see the moon in the sky if it's a full moon, or let me just do this because it's a new moon day. That's not correct. You need to be I'd say like as timely as possible. Meaning like if you can do your ritual and have it done exactly at the exact minute, second of when the new moon's in your area or when the full moon's in your area, that's even better. If you can do the exact minute, second of when the sun is set to rise, that's even better when it comes to certain rituals as well. And for the people that know this stuff, they'll understand what I'm saying when I say sunrise, sunset, all these things. But overall, guys, timing is the most important thing. So what I've listed today for everybody that's just starting to get into this, becoming a practitioner, what have you, the 7th, the 9th, well, 7 and 9 days overall. I'm not going to go over the 7 and 9 compounds again. You guys get it. And then the 11th and 22nd of any given month, very, very good. New moons and full moons, very, very good. But you have to know what topics to do on any of these given days to make sure you actually get the right things done. If you don't know the right topics, then you're just going to do random stuff and you might not get any results, or you get random results, right? So that's the whole thing. So if you guys need help on anything like that, you guys obviously see my services on my Instagram. It's there. I'll post it on here as well so you guys can see it. This stuff is definitely works. It's available. You have to have your own moral compass when it comes to it. I believe in the whole idea of like wealth rituals and accumulating more abundance for yourself using your astronumeric chart. Some people get to darker things or asking for demons and deities. I have those services too I can guide you to, but I'm not going to really be pushing and marketing that too much, especially going into the new year. So if you want something like that, I'd say get it from now, because like after the new year, I'm probably going to cut those out. People have just been asking me for them all year, why I start offering them, because I do have the knowledge on it, but I'm probably just going to cut those ones out. I think that the ones where you just do wealth rituals and stuff like that for your own accumulative self, that's great, make money. But when you start attacking other people with black magic, you're going to accrue bad karma. You start giving blood for black magic and you start asking for like demonic entities to help you. All that stuff is going to produce karmic debts and bad luck, and it's going to give you more bad than good. So this isn't actually a video to like sell you my products and services. What it really is to show you guys, here's how you do it if you want to do it, but I recommend that you actually don't. I think you could actually use your own magic using your thought, word, and action to manifest anything you want. You don't need to ask other deities for stuff and then they're actually taking your limitless soul energy and then keeping you stuck here on this planet that we're in. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. If you have any questions for me, just leave it in the comment section. Aside from that, like, subscribe, holla at me. That's it for today, guys. Peace.